Hello again. We have a new article debuted about 18 hours ago. This is from theguardian.com. So Nvidia reports stratospheric growth as AI boom shows no sign of stopping. So chipmaker reports strong demand and higher than expected revenue, even as other companies spend to develop their own chips. Of course, if a company is developing their own product and you already have a large system of production and selling and clients already, they don't even need to worry about it, just because they are the leader in that field. They will, however, continuously advance their product line so that they just have an expansive range for them to choose from, and then focus on one that's really more prominent, which is just the chips that AI will be using. So here, Nvidia reported record quarterly revenue Wednesday on the back of the explosion in corporate appetite for artificial intelligence. So the next industrial revolution has begun. Companies and countries are partnering with Nvidia to produce a new commodity, artificial intelligence, said Jensen Huang, founder and CEO of Nvidia. The company brought in $26 billion in revenue in the first quarter of fiscal year 2025. May have made a mistake. Up 18% from quarter four and up 262% from a year ago. Net profit was $14.88 billion, up from $2 billion a year before. The AI chip maker, whose fortunes are interpreted as a bellwether for the AI transformation underway, reported earnings per share were $5.98, up 21% from the previous quarter and up 629% from a year ago. Investors had expected revenue of $24.65 billion and earnings per share of $5.59. So according to CNBC, the company also announced it would split its stock currently trading at $962, 10 for 1 on 7th June. So investors had been anticipating another blockbuster set of financial results, but they also wanted to see that spending by big tech on Nvidia chips was as impressive as they anticipated, and it was. Nvidia defies gravity again as AI companies globally continue to depend on its chips. So networking hardware and its software ecosystem, said eMarketer analyst Jacob Bourne. Bourne said that the tech giant's public praise of Nvidia was a telltale sign of its dominance, and that they want to reduce their dependence on the company, but realize they're not quite there yet. So tech giants Amazon, Google, Meta, and Microsoft have all signaled they plan to spend $200 billion this year on chips and data centers needed to train and operate their AI systems. Apple has said it will announce its AI strategy next month. So Nvidia is seen as the leading provider of chips best suited to powering AI. The company has gained more than $1.1 trillion in value this year alone. So at the end of 2022, Nvidia was worth $359 billion. Now, halfway through 2024, it's worth $2.33 trillion. Wow. Okay, so that's only $500 billion less than Apple and $900 billion less than Microsoft, the two most valuable companies based in the US. The chipmaker's earnings announcement has become one of the most important events on the macro calendar, according to Deutsche Bank strategist Henry Allen. Deutsche Bank actually is bankrupt right now, which is quite unusual that they included. But anyway, analysts are warning that they're allegedly bankrupt, I should say. Analysts are warning that no stock goes in a straight line up forever. Nvidia's price to earnings ratio is at a massive 79.95 to 1. For contrast, Microsoft is at 36 and Apple 29, but Nvidia is also making nearly 50 cents on every dollar in sales in bottom line net income. Can it keep up with demand? Nvidia's chips are now so hotly desired, they are delivered by armored car. On Tuesday, its stock dropped 5% after Amazon, a major customer, told the Financial Times it was waiting on orders for Nvidia's new superchip, Blackwell. There's also the question of China. In line with the Biden administration's crackdown on Chinese-made electric vehicles, the administration has denied the company from selling its highest-end semiconductors in China. Dan Ives at Redbush Securities says that the investors will be listening closely to AI godfather Jensen when he speaks after the results are reported. The AI revolution starts with Nvidia, and in our view, the AI party is just getting started with the popcorn getting ready, he says. Unusual choice of words. Um, so they said Jensen, AI godfather. I believe he has spoken up recently. He's made a few videos on the fact that people will now need, he said it was going to come quite soon, that people will need a universal basic income because AI can do every single thing, not only better, but tirelessly. So it's going to be continuously doing whatever job you think you're good at, better than you, more efficiently than you, and 24/7, which is a very, very intense CV for this thing to have. He came out and said that people need a universal basic income because the AI itself is way too advanced, and it's more advanced than people can even wrap their heads around. So as you're seeing that there's a huge amount of job losses because obviously AI can do quite a bit of you're seeing in the tech industry, they're doing quite a bit of the job that coders have been doing, lower level coders. I mean, if you're an entry level coder, if you're looking for an internship right now, the things that they ask you to do is crazy. One of the job postings, right? It asks for someone who had about 4 years of experience. This is for internship, right? 4 years of experience, being able to lift about 15 kilograms in boxes, plus were able to work a flexible schedule in that you could be called at any time, and at the same time willing to work weekends. That is an insane amount. And the thing is that they also wanted you to have knowledge in C#, Java, plus Python, and also you needed a very specific knowledge in AI algorithms. All that for an internship program that you're going to pay internship money. It's quite ridiculous. One of my friends, he's a physicist. He went through 4 interviews and a 4-hour exam just for them to cut him loose, telling him that they're not going to take him. And he's one of the best mathematicians I've seen. He's quite good. He's made a lot of money in stocks, so obviously he knows what he's doing in terms of maths, and he's really good at coding. But that just goes to show, like, some of these companies are quite crazy. It was a 4-hour exam that he sat through just for it to not really do anything. I did hear later on that he applied to somewhere else as actually a data analyst, not really coding, more just interpretation of data. And he got that job. He's working there now. He's enjoying it, getting paid. And so, yeah, I mean, you can see that, sometimes these coding jobs are really intense, really crazy. And obviously, the AI boom. It's going to be something that's not many people are ready for. I mean, they weren't ready for it like 2 years ago. Right now, it's so far advanced. You're seeing like graphic designers they're not just not going to be hired because the AI can do all the things that they were supposed to do. Front end developers, back end might not be right now. Obviously, it's a bit more complex, but it's coming for everything, really. So, yeah, that is Nvidia's AI chips. Yeah. Well, all in all, it is a bubble. I mean, what is a bubble? It's just a large amount ballooning more than something can handle, and then it crashes. So what happened with the tech? I mean, it's happened before in tech. I'm not sure if you've noticed about the internet boom. There was a large amount of companies that were, invested in. They crashed. There was an internet crash. I believe it was 2008, something like that. Here, the one of the guys who made a large amount of money during that time, shorting things, of course, has said that it really looks like there's a new bubble being formed with this AI, and so he's shorting everything he can, because he predicts that there will be a major crash. Because the companies that are involved with AI, right, they're using it in like a very vague sense. It's not, they have the term AI attached and it can do the same thing Google search does, just more proficiently, more efficiently. And so to add it into everything, it fluctuates the markets for right now. Like, oh yeah, this company has AI now, boosted levels of investments, but that doesn't mean that the return is going to be there. How are these companies really going to make money? And what he said was, this guy who was investing in short and made a lot of money in the internet crash, he said that when you look at really the results, they're not making as much money as they're letting on. That could be one of the reasons for like a large amount of layoffs in the tech industry. AI intentionally, AI is causing job layoffs not because it's so advanced, but because the companies are spending more than they can to get it to that level. And so they really just can't have as much employees because it's just so expensive to have AI. That could be a reason, and that could really be something that happens quite soon. I mean, the way things are going, there's so much money involved, so much investment, so much stuff going into it that it could just collapse at any moment. But yeah, that's just from him. I would quote his name, but obviously he was anonymous, and he was featured in a really prominent article. So maybe take it with a grain of salt. Don't invest in the stock market just yet. Get like really good legit advice before taking any action on there, especially right now the way the world is going. So yeah, that's just where I think things are going. Anyway, take care of yourselves, guys. I will be back tomorrow with some more news and some more articles and maybe some more advice and things that I've learned. Okay, take care.